Hello guys, welcome to my channel SAP Agile Learner. Today we are going to talk about transparent tables in a web data dictionary. And if you have not seen my previous videos, please check the link in the video description, or you can check the web data dictionary playlist on my channel. Now let's get started. So we will be creating transparent table using SE11 TCode. Here you will find the radio button database table. You can select that and pass your table name. So before that, I have created two sample table structures using standard tables and for example sales documents. So we will be creating two tables like that header table and that item table. So I've selected few fields from the standard tables so that we can understand it in good way, and then we will be discussing the transparent table in more detail. So let's go back to SE11 T code, and you can pass there the table name and then you can click on create button. So here it will ask you for the short description. You can give it like header table and anything you want. Then there you will find different tabs here like delivery and maintenance fields, input type or check, currency or quantity fields. So we will understand every tab in detail. So first of all, we will discuss about delivery and maintenance tab. So here you will find the delivery class option and then data browser or table view editing. So in delivery class is basically controls the transport of table during installation, upgrade, client, copy, and transportation between customer system. And it is also used in the extended table maintenance. So you can select here the value from this icon using either F4 button on your keyboard or just click on this icon. So from here you will get to see there are multiple options that you can pass here. For example, A stands for application table, which includes your master and transaction data. Then there is a customizing table. Then there is a table for storing temporary data. Then there is Z, E, control table, S for system table, W for system table. So, and we generally use A, and you can see like C for storing data, and for storing transaction data, we can use application table. For example purpose, we will be selecting this only. So let's select this, and then you will find the data browser or table field view editing option. There you will have a drop down. There you have three values again, like display or maintenance allowed with restrictions, display or maintenance allowed. Then there is a display or maintenance not allowed. So there are different purposes for selecting these values. For example, if you are selecting this with restriction, and because as you will be selecting this option, then new entries or rows cannot be created in the table, and even the existing entries cannot be edited or deleted through the table maintenance dialog or maintenance view. Then there is an option display maintenance allowed. So when this option is selected, new rows can be created through the table maintenance or maintenance view. Existing entries can be edited, viewed, and deleted through the table maintenance dialog or maintenance view. And if you select this table display or maintenance not allowed, then the table maintenance dialog is not generated when the table is activated, and new entries cannot be created or existing entries cannot be viewed. So for example purpose, we will be selecting display or maintenance allowed here. You can click on enter or then go to fields tab. So in the fields tab, there are multiple columns you will see like field, then there is a key field, then there is initial values which saying not null forced. Then there is a data element, data type, plan, decimal, short description. So we will discuss everything in detail. So for example purpose, let's just select this value from here. For example, you can copy paste directly. Just Control C and try to copy it and try to paste it here. Yeah, it's working. Then you will see we have selected few fields here. Then you can hit enter so that every relevant field gets filled here. So this is VBELN, which stands for sales document, ER date on which record was created. Then there is a field VB type, you can say SD document category. Then there is a AURT field, which stands for sales document type. Then there is a NETWR, which stands for net value. Then there is a field WAR key, then which stands for document currency. So here we have passed the field name, and then there is a mandate, which basically we create in our transparent table so that it can be treated as a whether it is a client dependent or not. So we pass this as a field here in a as a primary key. So you find here like a key here, so you can make primary key by selecting field. So in this we will be selecting this and this as a primary key, and you can hit enter, and then we can even save it. So it will ask you for the package or TR file. We can save it in a local object. So field name started with alphabet letter normally, and then even you can give it this name as a between underscore as well. Like suppose any name like jet name underscore last something. So you can give it name like this only, and you have the limitation like 16 characters can be there. Then there is a checkbox key field is there. Primary key fields of the table must have this checkbox enabled. And if you have multiple key fields, then those all the key fields should be in the beginning only. For example, you cannot create a primary key field here, and then you cannot select here the tick box. So all your primary key fields should be in the beginning, just after this mandate VBL, and then again if there is any primary key field, you have to mention here only. So that is discussed. Then there is a initial value. If you want to make it as a null, not null fourth, then you can select it here, and then you can enter it. And then there is a data element which we just utilize from the standard tables only, as we discussed in our previous video where we created some kind of a data element, if you remember. For example, open the SE11 TCode, and you can check this data element. Just control this ZDE name, where we created the data element and we consumed our custom domain here. So this thing is already discussed. You can check the previous videos for this. Now let's go back to our today agenda, where we are creating the transparent table. So we have passed this. You can even check for the data consistency. So save version of the object is check, save object, yes. Then it is asking what specify reference table and reference field, because we have picked one field like NETWR where it will ask for reference table and field, which we have taken a reference from VBAK. So you can pass this VBAK there in the reference table, and in the reference field you can pass WAERK. So that will, after using this, you will not get any kind of warning related to reference table or reference field, right? Similarly, you have an option of predefined type here as well. For example, if you don't know or if you doesn't have at a time any data element defined, but that is not recommended. But yeah, you have an option of, for example, I'm giving an field like Z name something, and then I don't have any data element at the moment, and then I click on this predefined type, and then you can pass here like char something, and you can give the length here as well, and then you can give the description as well. So it will be treated as a data element using this custom data type. So as of now we don't need it. I can delete it from here. You can even insert row in between if you want to add any new row here, for example. So as of now we don't need, we will be deleting this row. So you can delete it, and you can then again do the consistency check. You can click on save. Then it is saying for enhancement category for table missing. So enhancement category basically comes into the picture when we have the standard tables where you need to enhance the standard table. So as it is a custom table, we don't want it to be enhanced further, so we can choose cannot be enhanced as of now. So we have selected it. You can save it, and then you can do again consistency check. right? And then you can even activate it using this button. But before that, you will have it will ask for the technical setting to do. So in this, you have a data class and size category to be provided. Like there are multiple options as well, buffering type. So let's understand the data class first. So data class, it defines a physical area of a database in which the table is logically stored. And for example, just click on this F4 button or the icon, so you will get to know there are multiple data classes are there. There is many. So for learning purpose, for practice purpose, we will be selecting only this as it will be our transparent table. So you can hit enter, then you can go for size category. The size category will determine the initial space requirement for a table in the database. So you will see like it will show you different size categories here 0 to 9. 0 means 0 to 8700 records it can hold in the one go. So as your data grows, so what happens basically in the backend is like uh, it will do the extension again. So you will not have to come again here and then select one. It will automatically create some extension and it will be able to store your next 8000 records automatically. So you can for learning purpose you can select size category directly here. So expected data records is this. You can click on save as well. Then there is an option of buffering area. You will see here like buffering not allowed, buffering allowed but switched off, buffering activated. So there are different options. So buffering is basically like selective data. This data is maintained in RAM and is available with OpenSQL to improve performance. Okay, so there are three options. Buffering not allowed means like specifying no buffering for the table. Then buffering allowed but switched off means the buffering is switched off because a particular database installed does not deliver performance with buffering. So that can be the reason. Then there is a third one is buffering activated. The buffering is on because a particular database installed delivers performance with buffering. Then again you will have a buffering type here like single record buffered, generic area buffered, full buffered. So let's talk about single records buffering. So when a row is fetched from a database table, it is retained in RAM like a buffer area. So if the immediate next fetching of a row from the same table refers to the same row fetched earlier, then no disk operation takes place and data is transferred from the buffered area of RAM. Then there is a generic area buffer. If you select this, then the partial content of the table are loaded into the buffer and then you have a fully buffer. All the rows of the table are fetched into the buffer area and all the subsequent retrieval of rows will be from the buffer area. So that's from the technical side. So we can save it and then you can go back here. And before that, we should even activate it. Let's activate this technical setting thing and then go back. And then you have input help or check tab as well there. So let's talk about this thing. So here you will find different columns like field, data element, data type, then foreign keys, then check table, and search help, and then domain. So if your table has any foreign key relationship, then you can create a foreign key relationship from here as well, like by selecting this any your field, and then you can click on this foreign key. Then it will give you some kind of pop-up like this. For example, foreign key does not exist. Create a proposal. So yeah, so there is a check table for standard like for standard field. There is a check table already available, table VBUVK, that we will be discussing later on. So as of now, just click on cancel and deselect this and just go to input help check tab again. So as we discussed this, then there is a check table. So if the field is a foreign key or part of a foreign key, then the check or primary table name is automatically entered by the system in this column. That is check table. Check table and primary table are synonymous. So we will be using the term check table only for learning purpose. Then there is a tab currency or quantity field. As we discussed earlier for this field, net WR. So
This tab with these two columns is relevant for fields of data type CURR and font QUAN only. These columns are in a disabled state for field types other than CURR and QUAN as you are seeing here. So CURR it is enabled, right? So whenever there is a field of type CURR in a table structure, the column reference table for a type CURR field will be have to be filled up with the name of the table structure where the type CUKY field is occurring. And the column reference field will have to be filtered with the name of type CUKY field, right? So we discussed this tab as well, and let's activate this again, save it, and then you can check for any data inconsistency. You can check it, it is working correct, and then you can try for activating as well. Then you have then we can even create a different table as well, like item table we discussed. So we can create as well. So let's activate this and then create another session. Go to SE11 TCode again, and then go to your table sample structure, and you can select this jet item underscore table here, and then we can pass the table name here, jet item table. Then you can click on create here. Then again you can pass a short description as we discussed again. So it will be quick for you to create this table when you will be learning. So just select the delivery class value from this pop-up, for example, application table here, and then just select the display maintenance allowed for learning purpose. Then you can click on fields tab. So for fields tab, we have some fields already here like this. So just copy it, and or even you can refer it this Excel sheet as a screenshot, and then you can create one by one every field, like for every field. And then you can select the primary key fields here. For example, in this case, these will be the primary key fields. Then you can hit enter anywhere. It will show you the relevant data type because these are standard data element that we have consumed here. Then you can click on save button here. Then you can save it in a local object here. And then as we discussed earlier, you will need to pass the currency quantity fields as well because we are using the CURR field and quant field here like quantity. So let's go again here, and then you can select and you can pass these values here and just click enter. Then again come back to fields tab. You can click on save, and as you know we need to do enhancement category as well, otherwise it will give you some kind of error. Then click on yes, and then you can click on radio button cannot be enhanced. Then click on copy. Then you can click on save button again, and then you can check for any inconsistency. Then there is no inconsistency found. Then you can go for activating this. But before that, it will ask you for the technical setting thing, same thing that we did earlier. So just select this data class here, then click enter, and then select the size category. So basically size category determined based on number of fields that you have. For example, in this table we have a 7 fields, right? So technical setting, if you go, so it is showing expected data record 0 to 8700, but similar case here it is showing 0 to 5000. So it depends on your data type as well. For example, in your header table, if you go the total length, so it consider basically the length of your all the fields. So if your length of field is less so and large, so it will automatically increase the data class size category values as well, these expected records. It will, so it's basically depends on number of length, number of fields that you are having. So as we discussed earlier, we don't need to select any as of now because we are not going for the buffering thing. So just select save, revise, and just make it active. Table screen was created. Okay, just go back, and then again you can come here to activate it. Okay, then go back again,
Then you have already provided short description. We have already provided field names. We have mentioned primary keys here. We have provided the currency or quantity field reference here. So I think we are good here. And yeah, then now you can proceed for activating, and it will be activated happily. So in the today video, we talked about transparent tables where we created header table and with these fields, and there is a item table that we created. So in the next video, we will be learning about like foreign key relationship, how we can establish and what is basically the foreign key relationship and how you can use it. And I hope you like this video. And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.